I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. That is the true and only name of our Father and the Son, who is our Lord and Savior. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us this 100% truth through the spirit of Yahweh Shai. To the elders, the brothers and sisters of this true flock, Shalom. Let's continue. This is part 6 of understanding the characters of the Bible. I didn't really title the other ones, but I'm going to title this one though. And this one's going to be called The Perfect Match. Because we're going to go ahead and identify and prove that we are the real Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. Us Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans here in this Babylonian captivity. You know? First, and let's see if I can put this in order. That way we can make it to be a better understanding of what's going on. Okay? Let's start at Deuteronomy chapter 28. Okay, and let's start at verse 20. No, let's start at verse 45. Okay? 45 and 46. And remember, these scriptures are only given to the Israelites. These curses, these blessings, all this was only to the Israelites. Matter of fact, let's prove. Let's start at verse 20. Let's start at verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments which I commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy power will set thee high above all nations upon the face of this earth. Okay? He's speaking of the Israelites. All right? Well, that's Deuteronomy 28:1. Let's go to Deuteronomy 1. So let you know who, they'll be like, man, he was talking to everybody. No, he wasn't. Okay? Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on the side of Jordan in the wilderness, in the plain over against the Red Sea, between Paran and Tophel, and Laban and Hazeroth, and Dizahab. Okay? This is Moses only speaking to the Israelites. So let's go back to 28 and let's start at verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Okay? We still here, after Noah. We haven't left. So everybody's saying they're not cursed. They don't got no curses on them. That ain't number that garbage from Christianity embedded in them. All Israelites are cursed. Okay? Until the Lord come back and redeem us. You understand? Okay? So we see that these signs were going to be placed upon us forever so that we can be able to identify in the latter times who the real children of Israel really are. Because it was going to be taken from us. Okay? Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 4 and let's start at verse 27. And the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither the Lord shall lead thee. Okay? And the Lord, let's read again, verse 27. And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter you among the nations. Okay, we everywhere. That's why we said earlier in the lessons that we look like all type of nation of people. Okay, you can't just judge the Jake off of the appearance. You still got to do the spirit. Okay, but we know that most of us are over here in this land in the Western Hemisphere. Okay, let's read again. And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither the Lord shall lead you. Okay? So let's go to Luke chapter 21. Okay? Luke 21. And this right here is going to be Yahushua speaking. And he's prophesying and telling us when we're all as a people going to be kicked out of Jerusalem, kicked out of our promised land. And this is when it was going to start, you know, of Esau doing his wickedness. Let's go to chapter 21, Luke 21. Let's start at verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Stop right there before I go further. Now, you understand that we was raided in 70 AD, and all that lines up with history. Go do your history, and you will see in our history books that the Romans came in and was slaughtering us, and we had to get out of Jerusalem. They took over. Okay, let's go back in verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon his people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Now this is Yahushua saying this, okay? That the people, the real people are going to be kicked out of that land. You understand? So whoever's occupying that land right now are not the real people. Okay? The real people are not going to come back until Yahushua come back. And that's when he's coming back very soon. He's coming back in these chariots. Okay? But he's going to destroy Babylon and the rest of these people out here that's going against us. Okay? Let's keep reading. Let's go back to Deuteronomy. Okay? Now, so far, that's 3 verses I'm giving you to show you so far who we are. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 again. And now let's start at verse 49. Tell me what this sounds like. The Lord Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth. Here's a secret right here. As swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Stop right there. Swift as the eagle. All Edomite kingdoms, Google it. All Edomite kingdoms that ruled, their symbol was the eagle. Okay? The Lord was giving us clues from the beginning. Okay? And a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. We didn't understand no English, no Spanish, no French. We didn't understand those things. No Yiddish. You know what I'm talking about? We spoke Paleo Hebrew. Okay? Let's keep reading. The Lord, let's start back over in verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. Okay? We're going to start right there. Y'all, we saw the videos in the movies. We saw how we was treated when we was getting off them slave boats, even before we got on the slave boats. You understand the ships that are described here in the book. You know, we saw what they was doing us, but remember the Lord already told us that they are our enemies. You understand? They're not our friend. Let's keep going. Let's go to now let's get to Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord power shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Okay, let's start at the beginning. And the Lord power shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Okay, the first time we left out of Egypt, we walked. Okay, we walked through the Red Sea. Okay, no ship came to pick us up. And then when we walked out of there, we wasn't brought to, we didn't walk into slavery. You know, so the Egypt is going to be synonymous to Babylon, to spiritual America. Okay. And then they said we're going to be bought over here in ships. Well, who else was bought in ships to be slave? Did they speak about this this HOL thing? You know what happened to them that them boy did to them over there. All these people died or whatever, and this man was a tyrant and everything. But listen, well, how much was that? Wow, what, 1 million, 2, 3 million? 100 million of us died in the Atlantic slave trade. That's our Holocaust. You know what I'm talking about? If you really want to look at it like that. Don't give a damn about these people, man. They don't give a damn about you. Let me keep reading. By the way of I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. No, we're not going to see our holy land again until the Lord come back. Okay? So, again, whoever's occupying that land right now, whether it be the 1948ers or the Palestinians, that land don't belong to neither one of them. And we already proved that in Ezekiel 36:5, Ezekiel 36, well, 35 or 35:5 or 36:5, well, they appointed themselves that land over there. Okay? And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. And there, once we get off them ships, we will be sold unto our enemies. Well, okay, well, when we get off them ships, what nationality of people were standing there waiting on us that were already on the boats but were standing there waiting on us? Come on, man. The Lord called them our enemies. I don't understand, Jake, why y'all are so in love with this guy, man. This man is the devil. But the Lord put him against us because of our own wickedness. You know, being ungrateful, stiff-necked, hard-headed, not want to follow these commandments. You know, yeah, of course, it was a remnant of us back there that was doing the right thing. But the Lord, when he judged a whole nation. So we had to suffer with them niggas, man. Okay? And I don't want to mean to rant and everything like that, but you know, you get a little tickle, man, on when you reading this and you studying and you knowing what this devil done and still doing. And see, our people still not woke, but remember as we know, only the elect gonna receive this. Okay? Let's read it again. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen, slave men, and slave women. And no other man gonna buy you, meaning no man is gonna redeem you. Nobody's gonna save us. But the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Okay? Not no old mortal old man trying to run across the... Come on, you can't escape from your captivity that the Lord placed against you. Let's go ahead and read Deuteronomy chapter... Let's go back to 28 and stay in 28. And let's go to verse 47. Okay? Because thou servest not the Lord Yahweh, thy power, with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore, verse 48. And see, this right, verse 48 is really whenever somebody asks you how you know you were Israelite. Shoot. Deuteronomy 28:48. Let's read 48. Let's go back to 47 because it goes along with it. It got a little thing on it. Semicolon. Because thou servest not the Lord Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Start that back over. Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. The Lord sent these devils against us, which was already ordained from the beginning, because we want to do what we wanted to do, being ungrateful as well. Okay? We sin against us in hunger. Where we got to go when we want to buy food? We got to go to the so-called white man store. Okay? You can say the black man is black owned. No, but the banks ain't owned by you. Stop playing these games, man. And in thirst, when you want some water, where you got to go? Okay? You want to wash off? Who own that water company? Okay? And in nakedness, when you want some clothes. Okay? And in one of all things, we need some driver license. You need a passport. You need anything, you know. You got to go to them. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. We already know the yoke of iron is. That's spiritually and physically. And we see in pictures all through history here in America of them putting a yoke of iron over the slave necks, which happen to be the Israelites. This Bible is specifically telling you who you are, what people are going to do these things to you, And why they gonna do it? It's simple, y'all. You just gotta get into it. Okay? Now let's go to now that we in this land and we knowing all of this, let's go to Jeremiah 17:4. Once we got to this land, not only did we just get beat, not only did we serve hard, vigorous labor, but let me tell you what else the Lord said was gonna happen. 17:4, Jeremiah. And thou even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage. They're going to take your heritage and say you not the real Jew. Okay? And let's start it. And thou even thyself shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire. Why? For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever until Yahweh shall come back. Blame these wicked jakes for all of this going on. You understand? They want to do what they want to do. Let's stay in. Let's go back to Deuteronomy. All right, let's go back. Let's go to verse 37. Let's go to verse 37. He's telling you again, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations which the Lord shall lead thee. You're gonna be a proverb and a byword. A nigger, a spit, African-American, Afro-American. Muliano. You're going to be an astonishment. You going to do stupid stuff. You just like a jester to these people. Okay? Let's stay in this book and let's go down to 64 and let's read through 67. And the Lord power shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. We weren't studying, we weren't doing no Allah, no running around talking about no pebble stone. We don't know nothing about no cross, Christianity. These are gods, these are other gods. These are not our gods. Our God is Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. But we was going to be cut off because we're going to start worshiping that image of that white man, so-called white man. We're going to get in other false religion, Buddha, Islam. Some of y'all become atheists, not even going to be believing in the Lord. I guess he gave some of y'all over to a reprobated mind. Let me keep reading. Verse 65, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall be sole of thy feet have rest. But the Lord power shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes and sorrow of the mind. Look what's going on right now. You see what's going on with our people. You see what's been going on with our people. We at the bottom of the totem pole. We out here struggling. Verse 66, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have one assurance of thy life, none assurance of your life. You know what I'm saying? You walk outside, you ain't just got to worry about Esau. You got to worry about these wicked ass jakes. You don't understand what I'm saying? This is heavy. Verse 67. In the morning thou shalt say, well, God, it were even. And at evening thou gonna say, well, God, it were morning. You're going to wish it was morning. You're going to wish it was night. You just wish this thing be over with. For the fear of thy heart wherein thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. You're going to see all kind of, we saw all kind of stuff in slavery. Oh yeah, you was there. All of us was there. You understand? That's a whole nother conversation again. So then the Lord is going, which he did already, visit the earth with the truth through his men he brought back through regeneration. A lot of the prophets of old, whether has books in the Bible or just ordinary righteous men teaching and understanding the truth. Oh, we back on earth. Same as the wicked men of old, though, including the past kings of Esau. See, we come back in our lot. So whatever you doing now is what you was doing 3 to 4 generations ago, on and on and on. And a remnant of the elect has always existed. Okay? And that's another topic as well. But once he comes and brings the 100% truth, this last round, which is happening right now, we that were meant to get it, oh, he will let us get it. Let me prove that right there so we can close this out. This might be my last scripture for this subject right here, because we can evidently see that we are the children of Israel. Okay? It's no doubt that you should have in your mindset. Okay? Let's read the book of Baruch. This is in the Apocrypha as well. Let's go to chapter 2. And let's start at let's start at verse 28. No, let's start at verse 27. This is the book of Baruch, 2nd chapter, verse 27. O Lord, our power, thou hast dealt with us after all thy goodness, and according to all that great mercy of thine, as thou spakest by the servant Moses in the day when thou didst command him upright thy law before the children of Israel, saying, here we go, if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the heathen, where I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord their power. For I will give them a heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name. Okay? Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. And return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord, and you are your father. And I will bring them again into the land, which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. Oh, come on, guys. Come on. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. This is self-explanatory, my people. Okay? Study to show thyself approved. Until the next one, Shalom.